First up, Fani Willis. Oh, Fani. What's going on in these streets, man? If you don't know, she is the DA responsible for the Trump election fraud case down in Georgia, the election tampering case where, Trump and some of his co-conspirators tried to get people in Georgia to not certify the vote for Joe Biden. Go do your research on that if you don't know. But everybody knows by now, Trump is facing a myriad of legal cases, and this just happens to be one of them that he's up against. Now, this one got a little messy recently because one of Trump's co-defendants, I know y'all seen the mugshots of everybody that got caught up in that indictment, a gentleman by the name of Michael Roman. He's like, I'm gonna get a little messy with my defense. And he accused Fani Willis, the DA, of having an inappropriate relationship with one of the prosecutors in this case, Nathan Wade. This was quickly dismissed as not really having any validity, not something that should be taken serious, something that seemed like a ploy to distract and take attention away from the serious charges that these individuals are facing. Michael Roman's lawyer wrote in her motions last week that Wade was paid large sums. Some people say more than he's ever been paid. Some people say more than the other prosecutors on this case. And he used some of his earnings to take Fani Willis on vacation in Napa Valley, Florida, and the Caribbean. She said that amounts to the pair profiting significantly from this prosecution at the expense of the taxpayers. This story took another turn when Nathan Wade's estranged wife mentioned Fani Willis in her divorce proceedings, and lawyers for Nathan Wade's wife served a subpoena to Fani Willis. Fani Willis has responded and saying that this is obviously an attempt to embarrass her, to embarrass Nathan Wade, to make them look bad, to get attention away from the story. And I hope that's true. She hasn't commented if they do have a relationship or not, what the nature of their relationship is. And this adds fuels to the fire, because when Nathan Wade was chosen to be on this case, a lot of people were like, why him? He doesn't have a lot of experience in this particular brand of legal prosecution. He is fairly unknown. He's not popular, I guess, not famous for trying many famous cases. So to get such a high profile case as the one against the former president and his co-defendants seemed like a lofty task for Nathan Wade. Now, I can't get into if it's true or not because I don't know, and evidence will come out, I guess, if they are having an inappropriate relationship. But we'll discuss and say if they are. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book to obviously use your sexual indiscretions against you, your relationship against you. Trump kind of alluded to this early when he was, subtweeting at Fani, talking about she likes to date gangsters, and he was coming up with all types of rumors about her. He was foreshadowing basically, I think, that they had dirt on her, doggy, and that they was going to come out with it. And what I'll say to Nathan Wade and to Fani Willis is that you guys are obviously African-American individuals in a very high, prestigious positions. This would be a terrible lapse of judgment, a terrible misstep on their part to engage in a relationship while dealing with probably the most high-profile defendant in the world at the moment, Donald Trump. I listened to a motivational speaker, African-American individual, goes by the name of Eric Thomas. He's a preacher as well as a motivational speaker. And one of the things that stuck out with me early is when he was dealing with his team, the individuals that he would have around him, his number 2, his number 3, he made it really clear that they can't be out here chasing girls. They can't be out here every time we go to a new city, every time we go to a new town. You can't use that because that's going to be the first thing that people are going to use to tear you down. They did it with Martin Luther King. They do it against John F. Kennedy. If they feel like they use it against Bill Clinton, if they feel like they got some type of dirt on you for doing something outside of your relationship with your wife, outside of the appropriate nature at your workplace, they're going to bring that up and try to paint a picture of you. And you have to be aware of all that. So time will tell, and I'm definitely going to keep you informed as this case moves on. And I'm hoping the best for Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, because as African-American prosecutors, I'd hate to see something as silly as an inappropriate relationship be used against you and possibly help your man, Donald Trump, get a mistrial or something of that nature. What it do is your guy DJ Playboy, aka aka the point guard of the podcast, man. And I thank y'all so much for checking out this short clip of the Perfect Talk podcast. If you like what you see, check out the full episodes right here. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and feel free to hop in the comments, baby. It's Perfect Talk.